Every man reaches a point where he has to learn a painful truth. Chasing a woman who is unsure about you only drains your energy, your confidence, and your self-respect. It's a trap that feels unavoidable because you think if you just try harder, if you just show more, if you just give more, she'll finally see your value. But here's the thing, no amount of chasing can force someone to value what they don't already recognize. You're not failing because you're not good enough, you're failing because you've invested your energy in someone who isn't ready to meet you where you are. This is not about bitterness or hating women, it's about understanding your own worth and protecting it fiercely. Many men fall into the pattern of performing, trying to impress, trying to entertain constantly. They plan perfect dates, write clever messages, and create little moments designed to hold attention. But that's not attraction, that's desperation disguised as effort. A woman who genuinely values a man doesn't need constant entertainment or reassurance. She is drawn to his calm, grounded presence, the quiet confidence that doesn't demand validation. Performing, trying to be someone you're not, or bending yourself to her expectations only sets you up for disappointment because the moment the curtain drops, the show ends, and she may walk away. True attraction comes from authenticity, from showing who you are without masks or games. It comes from understanding that your energy is precious, that your time and attention are valuable, and that the right woman will gravitate toward that without you having to chase her. Stop giving your power away to someone unsure, and start choosing yourself, your peace, and your dignity. The moment you do, everything changes. Most men make the mistake of trying to explain themselves when a woman becomes distant or inconsistent. She pulls back, goes quiet, or sends mixed signals, and suddenly you feel the need to justify every word, every action, every text. You start asking yourself, did I say too much? Did I do something wrong? Does she still like me? That is exactly where attraction dies. Real strength doesn't beg for explanations. Real confidence doesn't crumble under uncertainty. It doesn't chase clarity or demand answers. It holds silence, watches, and assesses. When a woman is unsure, your role is not to fix her feelings or convince her of your worth. Your role is to remain steady, to mirror her energy, and to let her actions show the truth. If she gives little, you give little. If she's distant, you stay grounded. When you do this, you protect your dignity, your confidence, and your sense of self. There's power in calm, in restraint, in not reacting impulsively to every sign of uncertainty. It communicates that you are in control of your own life, that your self-worth doesn't depend on someone else's validation. Many men forget that attraction is built on respect and confidence, not on explanations and justifications. When you stop over-explaining, you create space for her to reveal who she truly is. Silence is not weakness, it is strength. Watching, observing, and holding your ground is far more effective than chasing answers through endless words. Confidence doesn't need validation. It listens, it calculates, and it chooses. By staying steady in the face of uncertainty, you maintain control over your energy, your emotions, and ultimately, your life. It is in this space that clarity emerges, and your dignity remains intact. Competing for a woman's attention is one of the quickest ways a man loses his power. You see other men trying to impress her, buying drinks, sending flirty messages, showing off, and something inside you reacts, I need to prove myself. I need to win her over. The moment you think like that, you've already lost, because you've placed her as the prize and yourself as the contestant. True value doesn't compete. True confidence knows its worth and doesn't bend or scramble for validation. You are the prize. Your time, your focus, your energy, and your attention are the real currency. If she wants to keep other men in her orbit, let her. If she wants to pull away or act inconsistent, that's her choice. You don't have to fight for approval. The right woman won't make you feel like you're in a race. She won't force you to prove yourself over and over. She will recognize your value without you begging for it, and she will stay because she wants to, not because you persuaded her. Another trap men fall into is rewarding inconsistency. Breadcrumbing, those small moments of warmth followed by cold silence, keeps men hooked, waiting for the next crumb. But giving attention to half-hearted effort only lowers your standard and diminishes your self-respect. Mirror her effort. Give as much as she gives. Hold your ground. Either she will step up, recognize your boundaries, and meet you with respect, or she will fade away. Both outcomes work in your favor. One way or another, you are protecting your energy, your time, and your dignity. You don't need to compete for attention to prove your worth. When a man truly understands that he is the prize, he stops chasing, stops stressing, and stops lowering himself for someone who isn't willing to meet him at the same level. That clarity alone separates men who are respected from men who are forgotten. Too many men make the mistake of pausing their own lives while waiting for a woman to decide if she wants to be fully present. They put goals on hold, stop pursuing their passions, neglect their health, and slow their growth, all while hoping she will commit. But this is where true masculine power lies, in motion. A man who is constantly building, growing, and moving forward becomes magnetic in ways no chasing ever could achieve. Purpose is attractive. Action is attractive. Energy that isn't dependent on her attention radiates confidence and signals that your life is bigger than any single person's approval. When you stop putting your life on hold, you create a story that she either wants to be part of or she doesn't. The wrong woman will fall away naturally because she cannot match the energy and momentum you carry. The right woman will rise to meet it, because she sees your value and wants to be part of something bigger. Men who chase, on the other hand, appear needy, stagnant, and easily replaceable. Your life should not pause for anyone, it should expand, evolve, and gain clarity with every day that passes. Half-hearted love is one of the most dangerous traps. It keeps you waiting, hoping that small gestures will grow into commitment, when in reality, it is a negotiation, not love. You deserve full presence, full effort, and full attention. Anything less is a waste of your time, energy, and respect. By focusing on your journey, your growth, and your goals, you create a magnetic life that naturally filters out the wrong people. You don't need to beg, chase, or compromise. You simply continue building, improving, and living on your terms. In that space, the right person will be drawn to you, and your life won't stop for anyone who isn't willing to keep up. Every time a man chases someone who is unsure about him, he gives away pieces of his self-respect. Sleep is lost, focus is scattered, confidence takes a hit, and slowly, he begins to measure his worth based on someone else's approval. That trade is far too expensive. Protecting your dignity isn't optional, it's essential. When a woman is inconsistent, hot and cold, or unclear in her intentions, it's easy to ignore your own value just to maintain a connection. But every compromise chips away at your self-respect. True strength is about watching, not reacting, observing, not over-explaining, and maintaining your boundaries no matter how tempting it is to bend. Words are easy. Promises are easy. Actions are what reveal real intention and commitment. A woman who values you will make time, show effort, and demonstrate consistency. A woman who doesn't will reveal her lack of investment through her actions, no matter what she says. Silence is a powerful tool in protecting yourself. Most men respond to hurt with noise, long texts, emotional arguments, frantic explanations, but the strongest move is quiet distance. Silence communicates that you will not fight for a place you are not freely given. It forces clarity without wasting your energy, and it shows strength without aggression. Whether her indifference is revealed or respect is earned, either outcome preserves your dignity. Every step taken to protect your self-respect reinforces your value, strengthens your confidence, and sets the standard for how you allow others to treat you. Once a man loses respect for himself, no one else can truly respect him either. Guard your self-respect like your life depends on it, because in a way, it does. It is the foundation for your peace, your strength, and your freedom. The ultimate goal in relationships isn't to make someone jealous, to force a chase, or to prove your worth. The ultimate goal is peace. When a man stops chasing women who do not choose him, he finally begins to choose himself. That choice brings freedom, the freedom to focus on your goals, your health, your passions, and your purpose without relying on anyone else's validation. When you build a life that moves forward regardless of who is in it, you become magnetic. Desperation fades, and confidence takes its place. The right woman will notice this energy. She won't need convincing or persuasion, she will fight to be part of the life you've created because she sees the value in it. The wrong women will naturally fall away because they cannot match your momentum or meet your standards. Building a future she cannot just slide into is essential. Focus on your money, your career, your health, your growth, and your peace. Make your life so full that it cannot pause for anyone. Stop negotiating your presence for half-hearted effort or inconsistent love. Anything less than full commitment, full effort, and full presence isn't worth your energy. Choosing peace means no longer tolerating uncertainty, drama, or disrespect. It means valuing your time and energy above anyone else's approval. When a man builds a life he truly loves, he attracts people who want to be part of it, not because he chases them, but because his life demands respect. Stop fighting for a place that isn't freely given. Fight instead for your peace, your purpose, and your self-respect. The right woman will meet you there willingly, and in that space, you'll find clarity, freedom, and the confidence that comes from knowing you are the prize, not the contestant. Choosing yourself is the difference between chasing and truly living.